Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the second videos in the series of Selenium testers interview questions and answers. Like last video, in this one, we have included both basic and advanced level of Selenium questions with their answers. These questions are asked in almost all the interviews taken for Selenium testers. So, we hope that this collection will greatly help you in clearing your forthcoming interview and also add to your existing knowledge of Selenium. So friends, let's start with technical Selenium questions and their answers. The question is: which WebDriver implementation claims to be the fastest? The answer is: the fastest implementation of WebDriver is the HTML unit driver. It is because the HTML unit driver does not execute tests in the browser. Starting a browser and running test cases took more time compared to running the scripts without a browser. HTML unit driver took a simple HTTP request response mechanism for test case execution. Next question is: what are the programming languages supported by Selenium WebDiver? The answer is: Java, C#, Python, Ruby, Perl, PHP. Next question is: which language is not supported by Selenium? The answer is: Selenium supports all major programming languages such as Java, C#, Perl, Python, Ruby, PHP, Scala and Groovy. As of today, others are not compatible. Next question is: what are the operating systems supported by Selenium WebDriver? The answer is: Windows, Linux, macOS, iOS, Android. Next question is: what are the testing types that can be supported by Selenium? The answer is: testing types that can be supported by Selenium are as follows: functional testing, regression testing, retesting, acceptance testing, end-to-end testing, smoke testing, sanity testing, responsive testing, cross-browser testing, UI testing, integration testing. Next question is: how many parameters can Selenium commands have at minimum? The answer is: there are 4 parameters that you have to pass in Selenium are: host, port number, browser, URL. Host. It is the parameter which we use to bind Selenium to a specific IP. Usually we run Selenium tests on our local machine, so the value will be localhost. Port number. TCP IP port, which is used to connect Selenium tests to the Selenium grid hub. Default port hub is 4444. Make sure no other application in your system is using this port. Browser. To pass the browser, which has to execute our Selenium scripts. URL. To pass the application URL. Next question is: what are the open source frameworks supported by Selenium WebDriver? The answer is: JUnit, TestNG. Next question is: what are the locators available in Selenium? The answer is: in Selenium WebDriver there are 8 different types of locators: ID, class name, name, tag name, link text, partial link text, XPath, CSS Selector, Next question is, what is an XPath? The answer is, XPath is used to locate the elements. Using XPath, we could navigate through elements and attributes in an XML document to locate web elements such as text box, button, checkbox, image, etc. in a web page. Next question is, when you use these locators ID name XPath or CSS Selector? The answer is, ID and name locators will be used when there are unique identifiers and unique names available on the web page. CSS Select can be used for performance and when ID and name locators are not unique. XPath is used when there is no preferred locators. Next question is, what is the difference between single slash and double slash? The answer is, single slash is used to create XPath with absolute path. That is, the XPath would be created to start selection from the document node or start node. Double slash is used to create XPath with relative path. That is, the XPath would be created to start selection from anywhere within the document. Next question is, what is the difference between absolute path and relative path? The answer is, absolute XPath starts from the root node and ends with desired descendant elements node. It starts with top HTML node and ends with input node. It starts with a single / as shown below. Relative XPath starts from any node in between the HTML page to the current elements node, last node of the element. It starts with a double / as shown below. Next question is, what is the difference between assert and verify in Selenium? The answer is, assert. In simple words, if the assert condition is true, then the program control will execute the next test step. But if the condition is false, the execution will stop and further test step will not be executed. Verify. In simple words, there won't be any halt in the test execution even though the verify condition is true or false. Next question is, what is soft assert and hard assert in Selenium? The answer is, soft assert collects errors during a test. Soft assert does not throw an exception when an assert fails, and would continue with the next step after the assert statement. Hard assert throws an assert exception immediately when an assert statement fails, and test suite continues with next test. Next question is, what is the difference between setSpeed and sleep methods? The answer is, both sleep and setSpeed are used to delay the execution speed. SetSpeed. It sets up speed that will apply a delay time before every Selenium operation. Sleep. It sets up wait only for once when called in our Selenium script. Next question is, what are the verification points available in Selenium? The answer is, in Selenium IDE, we use Selenium's verify and assert commands as verification points. In Selenium WebDriver, there is no built-in features for verification points. It totally depends on our coding style. Some of the verification points are: to check for page title, to check for certain text, to check for certain element like text box, button, drop down, etc. Next question is, how to launch a browser using Selenium WebDriver? The answer is, WebDriver is an interface. We create an object of a required driver class such as Firefox driver, Chrome driver, Internet Explorer driver, etc. To launch Firefox driver, WebDriver driver equals new Firefox driver. To launch Chrome driver, WebDriver driver equals new Chrome driver. To launch Internet Explorer driver, WebDriver driver equals new Internet Explorer driver. To launch Safari driver, WebDriver driver equals new Safari driver. If you use Gecko driver with Selenium, you must upgrade to Selenium 3.3. Here we have to set a property as follows. Next question is the Firefox driver a class or an interface? The answer is Firefox driver is a Java class, and it implements the WebDriver interface. Next question is, what is the super interface of WebDriver? The answer is, search context acts as the super interface of WebDriver. Next question is, explain the line of code WebDriver driver equals new Firefox driver. The answer is, in the above code, WebDriver is an interface and we're creating an object of type WebDriver and instantiating an object of Firefox driver class. Friends, that's all for this video. Hope this helped you. Please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. We will discuss more questions in forthcoming videos. Till then, goodbye and thanks for watching.